Hello and welcome back to Elevate with Purpose. If you have ever struggled with stress, anxiety, or emotional pain that lingers in your body, you are not alone. Trauma is more than just a memory. It can shape the way we think, feel, and even how our bodies function. Today, we're diving deep into the profound impact of trauma and how we can begin to heal from it. Many of us have experienced difficult situations in life, whether it is childhood neglect, emotional abuse, loss, accidents, or other traumatic events. But trauma is not just about what happened to us, it is about how our bodies and minds respond to those experiences, sometimes long after they are over. This lingering response can manifest in ways we might not even realize, affecting our daily lives, relationships, and overall well-being. Often, we hear the phrase, "just move on," or "time heals all wounds." But what if time alone is not enough? What if your mind understands that the past is over, but your body still reacts as if the danger is present? This disconnect between the mind and body is a common struggle for trauma survivors, and it's one that requires more than just time to resolve. That is where The Body Keeps the Score by Dr. Bessel Kolk comes in. This groundbreaking book reveals how trauma affects the brain, body, and nervous system, and most importantly, how healing is possible. Dr. Kolk's work has revolutionized our understanding of trauma, offering hope and practical solutions for those who feel stuck in their pain. If you have ever wondered why past experiences still impact you today, even when you try to forget them, you struggle with anxiety, panic attacks, or unexplained physical pain, you feel emotionally numb or disconnected from yourself and others, traditional talk therapy alone has not helped you fully heal, then this book offers deep insights into the science of trauma and provides practical paths to recovery. It's a guide that not only explains the why behind your struggles but also offers the how to move forward. In today's video, we will explore how trauma rewires the brain and body, why willpower alone is not enough to heal, the most effective methods for recovery, how to reconnect with yourself after trauma. This book is not just for those who have experienced trauma firsthand, it is for everyone who wants to understand how trauma works and how healing can truly happen. Whether you are recovering from past experiences, supporting a loved one, or simply seeking deeper knowledge about the mind-body connection, this book is a must-read. So, let's dive in and explore these topics in detail. How trauma rewires the brain and body. Trauma is not just something we remember, it is something we carry inside us. Even if the event happened years ago, our brains and bodies can still react as if it is happening now. This is because trauma fundamentally changes the way our brain and body function, often leaving us stuck in a state of survival mode. The brain and trauma. Trauma affects three key areas of the brain. The amygdala, the fear center. This part of the brain detects danger and triggers the fight or flight response. After trauma, the amygdala becomes overactive, making people feel constantly on edge, anxious, or easily triggered. Even minor stressors can feel overwhelming because the brain remains in a heightened state of alertness. The prefrontal cortex, the thinking brain. This part of the brain helps with logical thinking, emotional regulation, and decision-making. Trauma weakens it, making it harder to control emotions, leading to outbursts, dissociation, or feeling numb. This explains why trauma survivors may struggle with impulsivity, emotional instability, or difficulty concentrating. The hippocampus, the memory center. This region organizes memories and distinguishes past from present. Trauma disrupts its function, leading to flashbacks, fragmented memories, or difficulty recalling details. This is why some trauma survivors feel like they are reliving their trauma, even when they logically know they are safe. The body and trauma. Many trauma survivors experience chronic pain, muscle tension, digestive issues, and even autoimmune disorders. Why? Because trauma activates the body's fight or flight system, keeping it in a constant state of stress. Even after the traumatic event is over, the body continues to react as if the threat is still present. This can lead to hypervigilance, always feeling on edge or expecting danger, physical pain, tension, headaches, stomach issues, or chronic illness, emotional numbness, feeling disconnected from your own body or emotions. This means trauma is not just a psychological issue, it is a full-body experience. If you have ever felt like you should be able to move on but just cannot, it is not a lack of willpower, it is how trauma physically affects your system. Why willpower alone is not enough to heal. Many people believe that if they just try harder or think more positively, they can overcome trauma. But Kolk explains that trauma is stored in the body, not just the mind. That is why traditional therapy methods that focus only on talking about trauma may not be enough. While understanding the past is important, true healing comes from reconnecting with the body and calming the nervous system. Why talking about trauma isn't always enough. While therapy can be helpful, simply discussing trauma does not always release its physical effects. Many trauma survivors already understand what happened to them but still feel trapped in emotional pain. That is because the body holds onto trauma in a way that words alone cannot fix. Healing requires more than just insight, it requires action. The most effective methods for recovery. Dr. Kolk highlights several proven methods that help the brain and body recover from trauma. Let's explore these in more detail. Mindfulness and meditation helps you stay present instead of reliving the past. Teaches you to observe emotions without reacting impulsively. Reduces anxiety and stress over time. Yoga and movement. Trauma gets stored in the body, so movement-based practices like yoga can help release it. Certain movements calm the nervous system and reduce stress. Breath work can reduce panic responses and promote relaxation. EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. Studies show it reduces PTSD symptoms significantly. Helps separate past trauma from present emotions. Often works faster than traditional talk therapy. The power of relationships. Talking to supportive friends or therapists can help. Group therapy allows people to heal together. Healthy relationships teach the brain that it is safe again. Creative expression. Writing about experiences can be therapeutic. Art therapy allows emotions to be expressed safely. Music and dance can help release stored trauma. Instead of forcing yourself to get over it, Kolk encourages trauma survivors to gently reconnect with their bodies and find healing through movement, creativity, and safe connections. How to reconnect with yourself after trauma. One of the biggest struggles for trauma survivors is feeling disconnected from themselves, from others, and from the world around them. Here are some key ways to start reconnecting. Self-awareness practices. Journaling about emotions without judgment. Practicing body scans to notice where tension is stored. Naming emotions rather than suppressing them. Setting boundaries. Avoiding people or situations that trigger past trauma. Learning to say no without guilt. Prioritizing self-care and rest. Rebuilding trust. Finding safe people to talk to. Taking small steps to engage in social activities. Giving yourself permission to heal at your own pace. Final thoughts. The Body Keeps the Score is a powerful book that changes the way we think about trauma and healing. It reminds us that healing is not a linear process, but a journey of reconnecting with ourselves and finding safety in our bodies and relationships. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to Elevate with Purpose for more insights on mental health, resilience, and personal growth. And before you go, let me know in the comments. Which of these healing methods resonates with you the most? Have you tried any of them, and what was your experience like? Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and keep elevating your purpose. Remember, healing is possible and you don't have to do it alone. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.